I know your clinic's very busy. People with very serious conditions, come to you for help. So
could I mention one thing, just because if there's someone out there that we know? So I took kind of 2 years off. All I treated was the veterans. And all we did was treat special forces veterans, totally disabled, traumatic brain injury, post-traumatic stress. Very complex. Sick is sick. They are the most humble, grateful people. So we were covering everything so we could do all the testing. And I figured it was going to be all over the board, right? But like one main one I'll tell you about was this kid, special forces, was totally terrible traumatic brain, couldn't read. He had allodynia, he can't even touch his skin. He couldn't sleep, total anxiety, pain, fatigue, sweating, in and out of the VA, outside neurologists. They're doing blocks on him and nothing's working. They find him face down, and, basically in his house, pulseless, liver failure, kidney failure, rhabdomyolysis. He's not going to make it. Put him in induced coma just to wait and, call parents in. He's freaking special forces. He makes it, right? But they said, what's he going to be like? But evidently, he's actually, has some bunch, but he still couldn't read, and just worsening pain. Neurologists, they don't know what to do. And then his mom knew, girlfriend and a wife, blah, blah, blah. But he came in and the first visit, we got rid of his allodynia. And we had foot drop. He couldn't control his foot. And at the end of the first visit, he's like moving his foot. And then this other doctor with me, also I'm talking to the mom, and he just starts smacking his foot, right? I'm like, well, we'll jump up. What are you doing? He's like, it doesn't hurt. I mean, you can feel it, but it doesn't hurt. And then, so, long story short, he basically after 3 or 4 visits, pretty much back to normal, and he went camping. When he goes camping, they go no sleeping bags, nothing, that's what they do. But this is what we found in them. They all had the worst immunity ever. The Th1 was just non-existent and just tons of inflammation, tons of toxins, burn pits or whatever. They all had chronic Lyme, and most of them had a co-infection. Like, what the heck? I don't think they got it in Afghanistan. That's where they all went. So what's going on? So they're telling me they all rotate through Fort Bragg. I think they named it something else, Freedom or something. But in North Carolina, endemic Lyme, and laid in the bushes for about 3 months training. And so if you combine a chronic infection, you look at the studies, some things on studies on cobalt mines, people with like heavy metal toxicity, if they get malaria or not, that someone with a very high toxin load gets an infection, chronic infection, they're very, very, very likely to get autoantibodies, especially to the brain. Every single one of these guys had antibodies to their serotonin receptors, norepinephrine, dopamine, and no wonder 60 plus are blowing their brains out every day because they're giving them antipsychotics, antidepressants, and when are that working? Because all the receptors are blocked.
Yeah.
And so we, but after about 2 years, I couldn't, it got so expensive. I had to put it on pause. But then, so we subsequently, we had to start back up, but we got a grant. One of our new doctors got through his medical school, and then another agency helped us looks like we'll probably get a nice like 300,000. And then after that will be like $1 million plus, so we can really start treating these vets. But it's just horrible the way these vets are treated. They're getting the worst care ever, and they deserve the most. And I remember I was at a party, and this guy's like crying in the corner, and I know what's going on. Oh, he's a veteran, and he messed up, and he's getting divorced like they all are. And I went up to him, how are you doing? He's like, oh, you understand. I'm like, let me guess, you got He's like, how do you know that? The VA says, I'm so unique. I've never seen anything like it. I'm like, he's the quintessential, it's like nuts. So, and in finance, they just come in, it won't cost you anything. They don't come in. Like, it's very strange. Like, they're just too autonomous or something. But they are the nicest people, but they need help and they're not getting it. So we're going to try to change that.
Yes. Yeah. We love our veterans at our clinic too. So we definitely, we would do things very special for them. And you're right. Some of the nicest people kind, open heart, just humble. Yeah. So, well, Dr. Holtorf, what a conversation.